Hello everyone, this is Frank and I'm gonna librarians here at the McAllen Public Library. Banning books has been around ever since the press was a thing. Back in the day, books were banned for religious reasons, such as when the church prohibited the reading of the Bible by the layman. Nowadays, we do not prohibit people from reading, or do we? There are situations where books get negative attention and get pulled down from libraries due to inappropriate content. Books such as Fight Club by Chuck Palahniuk or Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger or Harry Potter by J.K. Rowling get banned from schools for violent, sexual, or occult content. Why does this happen? Before we get into the psychology behind book banning, let's get into how books get banned, the process of it. Typically, book banning occurs in schools, which have libraries with a variety of content that is not always to the liking of parents. A book gets assigned to a class, and of course, eventually a parent sees the content and after finding it objectionable, makes a complaint to the school board. School boards might make a vote, and the book either stays or gets pulled down. There is a difference between banned books and challenged books. Banned books are books that have been removed from access. Challenged books, on the other hand, are those books which parents or boards attempted to restrict, but which end up not being taken down. Occasionally, especially in the past, books have been subjected to prohibition from the government due to judges finding the content in them legally obscene. However, these legal challenges were later overturned and these materials are now widely available. An example is Ulysses by James Joyce, which is a classic. So why do some people go around banning books? What is the thrill of doing that? After all, they're just words and they don't hurt anyone. There are some possibilities. One is the fear of change. Yes, people fear change, that's an obvious fact, as it threatens their reality and reminds them of its impermanence. If a child reads a book with content the parent disagrees with, the child might question their upbringing and the old values that were taught. People also like being in control. This is an important point, as the more authoritarian a government, the more likely it is that certain content will be prohibited. So what is true of a government will also be true of an individual. Someone with more authoritarian inclinations will feel more predisposed to trying to control what others say or do, either through bullying or some other form of manipulation, or by complaining to the school board. Another possibility is the third-person effect. The third-person effect occurs when we think something is more likely to affect other people than ourselves. If one is observant enough in history, one will notice how censors nearly always worry about how the targeted content will affect other people, but never themselves. It's like they're blinded to the fact that they themselves might be exposed to similar content on a daily basis and how nothing actually happens to them after such exposure. They don't stop to think, hey, well, if it doesn't affect me, what makes me think that it will affect them? It's just words on a paper after all. Okay, so banning books is not cool. But why is it not okay? Why shouldn't we do it? Well, there's a possibility that banning books will make certain children feel marginalized. This is because perhaps certain characters that a child identifies with are unacceptable to their parents, or perhaps their behaviors may be unacceptable to their parents. If the book gets banned, this may give a message to the child that he or she is not acceptable, of course. And there are also benefits to reading banned books as well. There is a study conducted by Chris Ferguson from Stetson University, and it was designed to examine the effects of reading banned books on the behavior of 282 12 to 18-year-old people. The students were asked if they had read any of the 30 books on a given list. The list included titles such as The Hunger Games, Harry Potter, and 13 Reasons Why. The results indicated that reading banned books did not affect GPA nor led to violent or criminal behavior. Banned book reading was also associated with increased civic behavior and a low risk of antisocial behavior. One finding did indicate a relationship between reading banned books and mental health symptoms for a small subsample of the participants. But it remains unclear whether there is a causal relationship, or if people with mental health issues read these books for catharsis. Remember that correlation does not equal causation. Further research should be conducted to answer these further questions. If you want to know more about banned books, I suggest Banned Books: Challenging Our Freedom to Read by Robert P. Doyle. The link to the book is in the description. If you like this video, press the like button, subscribe to our channel, share the video, and don't forget to leave a comment below with any questions or feedback you may have. This is Frank, bringing you Natural Existence, and I wish you all a wonderful day, and remember to pick up the challenge or banned book and get to read it. Ad lucem.